It was the early 1900s. Africa was under the rule of European powers. The people of Africa lived in fear and pain. They worked hard, but most of what they produced was taken away by the colonizers. In different parts of Africa, young minds were beginning to ask a question: can Africa be free? Can Africa become one? In Nigeria, a young man named Nnamdi Azikiwe was growing up. He was smart, curious, and full of dreams. In the Gold Coast, now Ghana, another young man named Kwame Nkrumah was also growing up. He too was asking deep questions about freedom and unity. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Kwame Nkrumah both traveled to the United States to study. There, they saw how people could fight with words, ideas, and votes instead of guns. They learned about civil rights, justice, and unity. Azikiwe studied political science and journalism. He started writing newspapers to educate Africans. Nkrumah studied economics and government. He joined groups that talked about freedom for black people across the world. Both men knew one thing: Africa must be united to be truly free. After many years abroad, Azikiwe and Nkrumah returned to Africa. Things were still bad. The British, French, Portuguese, and other colonial powers controlled everything. In Nigeria, Azikiwe started newspapers and gave speeches. He told people to stand up and demand freedom. In the Gold Coast, Nkrumah formed a political party and led protests. He told people, "Seek ye first the political kingdom, and all things shall be added unto you." In 1957, a miracle happened. The Gold Coast became the first African country to gain independence. It was renamed Ghana, and Kwame Nkrumah became its first prime minister. This victory gave hope to the whole continent. Azikiwe continued his work in Nigeria. In 1960, Nigeria also became independent. Nnamdi Azikiwe became the first president of Nigeria. Now, two great African leaders were free and in power, but their eyes were still on a bigger dream: African unity. In 1958, before many African countries got independence, Nkrumah invited leaders from across the continent to Ghana. He said, "We must unite now or perish later." He believed that only a united Africa could stand strong in the world. He dreamed of a United States of Africa, one army, one currency, one government. Azikiwe also supported the idea of unity, but he believed that unity must grow slowly. He wanted each country to be strong first, then come together. Even though they had different views, both men agreed that Africa must speak with one voice. In 1963, leaders from 32 African countries met in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. It was a great moment in history. Nkrumah and Azikiwe were both there. Together with others, they formed the Organization of African Unity, OAU. The OAU promised to help African countries stay free, solve their problems together, and support one another. Though the full dream of a united Africa did not happen, the OAU was a strong first step. Today, it has become the African Union, AU. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Kwame Nkrumah are gone now, but their voices still echo in the hearts of many Africans. Nkrumah wrote books and speeches that still inspire African leaders. Azikiwe's words and ideas still guide Nigeria and other countries. They were dreamers, fighters, and builders of unity. Their message is clear: Africa must be one.